Back here on the Rich Eisen Show, it's been quite some time since he visited us in person. He's got a couple of projects to talk about right here. Paramount Plus's Mayor of Kingstown, Sunday, November 14th is when that's going to premiere. And then Hawkeye debuting on Disney Plus on November 24th. Everybody knows about Hawkeye and what this is all going to be about. We will talk about it. It's always a plus to have this man on the show on the Mercedes-Benz Vans phone line. Diehard 49er fan, Jeremy Renner, back here on the show. How you been, Jeremy?
Hey, been very good, very busy.
Clearly.
Very
yeah, very much so. All right, let's just jump right into it. How concerned are you about your 49ers, Jeremy? Let's just get right into it.
I am very, very. I mean, come on, man. It's like, well, it's always with injuries, right? And that's always doesn't help the matters, right, with any team. But, I always feel like, I love the team. I love, the coaching. I love everything that's going on. But when you don't have all your players, playing, you got a running team and you don't have your running backs. That's tough.
Yep.
First stringers when they go out. All right, well, it is as it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you love a team, and you got to take the good with the bad. That's what happens.
And you're originally from Modesto, is that correct?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
okay.
The Niners have been watching since 1979.
Did you go to Candlestick as a kid? Did you go to the Stick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
May it rest in peace, right? Or pieces.
Yeah, that's right.
Back in the day. Yeah. And
now it's Levi.
Oh, my gosh. Now it's Levi right there in beautiful Santa Clara, California, down the road. So who was your guy growing up for the 49ers, Jeremy? Who was your guy?
Well, that was, the era when Walsh and Montana and Rice and all that started happening.
Right.
Became what ended up like the Patriots ended up looking like, as a recent, that kind of giant franchise that Walsh shaped and became what the Niners were back then. It was tremendous, wasn't it?
Yeah, of course. I mean, Montana, Rice, both Super Bowls against the hapless Bengals in that regard. Poor Cincinnati. Every single time they made the Super Bowl in their history, they ran into Joe Montana and Bill Walsh.
Yeah,
we would call that a problem in the football world.
Yeah.
We would call that an absolute problem. But so and you did, if I'm not mistaken, because I heard your voice on NFL Network in recent days. You voiced the documentary for the two cities, right? That was born out of the catch with Dwight Clark. That was your voice on that, right?
Correct. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
And it got opened the stadium as well. That was awesome, man. It was great to be kind of part of that team and that franchise in a different way, just as a spectator. Those are wonderful opportunities,
I love it. Jeremy Renner here on the Rich Eisen Show, the star of The Mayor of Kingstown, which is going to be premiering on Paramount Plus Sunday, November 14th, and then Hawkeye that debuts on Disney Plus on November 24th. What can you reveal for diehard fans of the Marvel Universe that Hawkeye is going to feature? What can you let everyone know about?
Always never enough, not enough for. About those things, but it is quite a holiday event for sure, because it takes place during a specific time and in New York, and it is all during the holidays. So, and that's kind of been shown in the trailer. The biggest thing that comes out, and it's not a shock or surprise because it is promoted that there's a female Hawkeye, played by Haley Steinfeld, who's tremendous.
I've heard of her.
She comes into the picture to help the process along, and it's going to be fun. We shot it like a 6-hour film, even though it'll be episodic. I think the first 2 episodes will air on the 24th, and it'll play all the way up until Christmas. And it'll be part of the holiday season, and it certainly is part of the show, the holidays in that spirit.
Yeah, my kids can't wait, to be very honest with you.
Yeah, and by the way, this is going to be the first thing I get to watch with my daughter, because she's never seen anything I've done thus far. She's 8 years old.
Right.
Now she's age appropriate to be able to watch this, and so I'm actually really excited to be able to sit with my family and my daughter, and actually she can see what Daddy does for a living.
She hasn't seen the Hurt Locker? Is that what you're saying, Jeremy? She hasn't checked out the Hurt Locker yet?
She hasn't seen the town? Yeah.
It's about baseball. I mean, in a way. No, you can't do that. So that's cool.
Yeah.
So you'll sit down. Okay. And how do you think she'll take it, Jeremy?
I think she'll dig it. I mean, she knows that I'm Hawkeye, because my face is on her pajamas. but he's never seen Hollywood. You know, Hawkeye has a bow and arrow. But,
Yes. Okay. That's cool. That'll be so cool. Fantastic. That'll be great for you. Perfect holiday
and also
viewing.
cool that she was there on set for a lot of it. Too. So she'll, even when she saw the trailer, she's like, "Oh, I remember that. I was being there. I was there." And she gets a little bit more involved, which is always a good thing. It's not quite such a separate world now.
That's pretty
from
cool.
work and daddy life. So
very good.
Cool.
And then obviously on the completely opposite side of that spectrum is Mayor
Something
of
she can't watch.
Kingstown. Yeah,
she will not be watching. Yeah, exactly.
And this looks really intense, Jeremy, to say the least, about a town in Michigan where incarceration is an industry, and Kyle Chandler, who I love from Friday Night Lights, just sort of many fans of this show might know him from. Deanne Wiest and the rest of this cast. And Aidan Gillen, who is great in everything that he does, from The Wire to Game of Thrones. What do you want folks to know about this project that comes out before Thanksgiving?
This is just like a very kind of if I could use the town as a reference. The town is based about this Charlestown thing. The environment really dictates just like these little microcosm communities, and like this community is built around a bunch of prisons, and the main business in this town and the jobs in this town is about incarceration. And so it's either you're inside the prison or you're outside the prison, and there's jobs that revolve around it. And the character, the mayor, if you will, his job ultimately is to keep peace. His initial job is for inmate outreach, to be able to be a voice for the prisoners. He was a prisoner himself, and so he has connections with all the gang leaders, and he knows all the prison guards and everything. And all his job is to be the grease of the engine of the business of incarceration, just trying to keep peace in this town where there seems to be just little hope, pretty much. So he's just trying to keep the peace between people.
And that's going to be on Paramount Plus on Sunday, November 14th, and the premiere. Hawkeye will be a family affair during the holiday season. Jeremy, there's a couple of we like to play with our celebrity guests every now and then, celebrity true or false, about things that are out there either in your filmography or on stories and features about you that we were wondering if are true or false. Would you mind playing that with us here over the next?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. There's Jeremy Renner here, celebrity true or false on the Rich Eisen Show. We got even.
Celebrity true or false?
You can't handle the truth.
That's called production value, Jeremy. That's called production value right there. Okay. First one up. Is it true or false, celebrity true or false, that you worked as a makeup artist early in your career? Is that true or false?
That is very true.
Okay. Where, what, how? I guess is the surrounding questions.
It was a job I had in my small town in Modesto. I was able to take down into L.A. and have a job, and I worked at like Lancome Cosmetics at all the malls from L.A. down to San Diego on the weekends, and did like color events and things like that. So,
in a pinch, can you fill in sometimes? In a pinch?
I have in a lot of ways. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a great. I love the job. It was a great trade because I got to learn about. There's a little more of the psychology of makeup and stuff, with why I like it so much and why I did so well in it. Applying it is I think quite easy, but I just love more. How do you make someone feel beautiful? And it has nothing to do with the makeup. I think it's about just being misunderstood and like the beauty is from within inside and not from just makeup. Really.
Look at you, man! You must have been very popular. You must have been very popular at the makeup counter, Jeremy.
I did well.
I mean, not only making them beautiful outside, but talking to them during that. I mean, that must have been quite a run for you, Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, it was. It made me feel good about what I was doing. I couldn't sell makeup for hell, terrible, but because I did well as how I did makeup.
Yes,
people bought what I put on them. So.
Okay, very good, terrific. Next one. This is interesting. I'll just come out and say it. Because this leapt out at us, and not to borrow a phrase. True or false, that you once accidentally took Viagra on a transatlantic flight? Jeremy Renner, is that true or false?
Yeah, that's true. It's supposed to be a sleeping pill. It's supposed to be an Ambien. Yeah. Right? And on the pill, it looked like an A. Mm-hmm. And, it was not. You turned it upside down as a V. And so it was something really quite serious. I don't like to take any kind of. So I don't even like to take aspirin, right? But I really needed to get some sleep.
Of course.
I flew into L.A. to meet Catherine Bigelow for the Hurt Locker, and get back to work to London.
Yeah.
And as soon as I got off the plane, I had to go to work. So I had to sleep because I got zero sleep. And so I was desperate. So I scrambled around, and someone said, "Hey, I got an Ambien for you." I'm like, "Okay, great, I'll take it." And it ended up being a Viagra. So not only did I not sleep, I had a friend that was awake with me. It was awful. It was the worst thing. I mean, it became such a joke on the plane. The stewardesses were like, they kind of didn't feel bad for me. I was just asking for ice. Like, what do you got? And something. It was one of the worst experiences.
So you shared, or was just? I mean, I don't know how detailed we can get here, because you're obviously the seat wasn't the only thing in the upright position. Hey now.
Yeah. I've been all the jokes on that one, but it's like, it was really quite awful. It was embarrassing. Then it just became a joke, and that made it less embarrassing once everyone was in on the joke.
Okay.
But again, it was a night flight, so thankfully everyone was asleep.
Okay.
So that helped, right? And Dennis Hopper was actually, and God rest his soul, he was next to me.
Come on, are you serious? Get out of here.
Yeah, but he was asleep, but his daughter was awake, and I'm like, oh God, now I'm back in the uncomfortable mode. I'm like, it was very, very, very embarrassing.
Oh my God. What was Hopper like just in real life outside all this? What was he like?
He was like a red eye. Everyone's already asleep on the flight.
Yeah. Right. No, it's about to,
except for me.
So did you not know? You just by happenstance sat next to him, or you just you knew you worked with him?
Happenstance. It's by happenstance.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
That is the most random story I've ever heard. Oh my gosh.
It was a strange one. But again, it was hard for me to remember that even happened, because I was so worried about, my situation.
Yes, your situation. Well put. A couple left for you here. Jeremy Renner, celebrity, true or false? This is lit, as the kids say. True or false? You studied criminology in college before getting the acting bug. Is that a true story?
Yes.
Look at that.
Yes. I had to pick a major, and that was one of the second ones I jumped into because I thought it was interesting. That was more about the psychological part of criminology.
Okay.
Than anything else.
So you've done you've done criminology and makeup artists and acting. I mean, you've been all over the map. This is impressive, Jeremy. I got to be honest with you. That's very impressive. Okay. I got last one for you. True or false? Okay. You're filming the shootout scene in the town. Okay.
Yes.
And somebody in the neighborhood comes outside to complain about being woken up early in the morning. And true or false? It turned out to be former Red Sox closer Jonathan Papelbon complaining about it. True or false?
That I don't know. I can't say true or false. I mean, for me, I guess if I had to say it wouldn't be false, but because I don't know that. I mean, someone knows about it. I never heard of it.
Apparently, he wanted you to close the scene. He wanted to close everything down from what we
I
heard.
would imagine. I mean, I know that happened. I knew. We were disruptive in neighborhoods because of the nature of that. The scene, the car chases, and all that stuff. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff. But we also had Ben, who's kind of considered the kind of Prince of Boston, and the pride of that. And I'm sure there's a lot of strange instances that happen.
I mean, don't worry about making
I can't confirm or deny that happened to that guy.
Okay, so to Jonathan Papelbon. So so it doesn't matter. Just make as much of a ruckus.
I mean, by the way, if he did come out, they probably would have put him in the film.
I bet. I bet. But I love that. It's just like, I love that, though. It's just like, make as much noise as you want, scare as many people with those crazy-ass masks as you want, because Affleck will smooth it all over in the very end, because he's Ben.
Yeah. No, they'll put him in a costume, and they'll put him in a mask, put him to work.
Jeremy, this has been a blast, man. Good luck with everything. Mayor of Kingstown on Paramount Plus coming up in the middle of November. And enjoy watching Hawkeye with your daughter. I'll enjoy watching it with my kids, man. I look forward to that.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's exciting time.
Thanks, Jeremy. You take care of yourself. Let's do this again. That's Jeremy Renner, at Jeremy Renner on Twitter and Instagram, the highly popular Jeremy Renner right here on The Rich Eisen Show. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.